Now, back to Dave Softy Muller from the KJR studios.
Sonicsgate Jason Reid. What do I call it? Like the creator, the director, the producer? You did it all, right?
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Director, but there was a whole team of us that worked to put the film together.
Now, I got to ask you, is there like something going on where you're like not cutting your hair until this movie makes like $1 million or something? What's going on here?
I've
the best Squatch impression over here, for God's sake.
I'll just say that it is in memory of Squatch. The film's in memory of Squatch.
Okay.
And I'm just trying to make sure people don't forget that the Sasquatch is gone now, too.
I love it. Well, we're on TV now on Comcast, so people can see what you look like. Well, first of all, great job with the film. It's been out for a while. You and I haven't had a chance to talk about it yet. I thought from an artistic perspective, you did a really phenomenal job. I actually was pretty floored, to be honest with you, by how good this film was. When somebody said, guy's making a documentary, it's like, whatever, it'll be like, anything you watch in high school or college film class, but it was really well done. So much to a point now where it's being shown all over the country, including New York, where you just got back from. And now the word is that you just won an award. Is that right? Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I got in from New York last night at midnight and woke up this morning at 6 a.m. to my roommate yelling, we won, and we won a Webby Award, which is essentially the Academy Awards of the Internet, and we won Best Online Sports Film.
Great.
And so, we spent the week in New York promoting the film, and this was just a great way to come back to Seattle.
How did you end up in New York? Did they invite you? Do you call them? How does that happen?
Well, we got hooked up with Kenny Mayne from ESPN, actually.
Good.
And
Who's from here, by the way.
From here, and he tried to set us up with the Tribeca Film Festival, but because we released the film for free online, they said, no go, we want the world premiere.
Right.
Well, he helped us book a theater there, and then once we booked the theater, we just got the word out to all the press, and Outside the Lines picked it up, and we did a bunch of media while we were out there about the film.
What are you hearing as far as reaction? I mean, most people that watch this that I talk to say, God, this just reminds me of how badly we got jacked by the NBA, by the politicians, by Howard Schultz. When you go outside of the vacuum that is Seattle, do you get a sympathetic tone from people? What do people say about it?
Yeah, I mean, we were blown away both with the response down in L.A. We went down there to see a Laker game and told people about the film. And in New York, people are extremely supportive because they didn't know what happened. This issue got swept under the rug nationally, and that's the whole reason we made this film and released it free on the internet, to get it out to more people. And yes, they're sympathetic. They just didn't realize everything that went into the Sonics leaving. And some people don't even know that the Oklahoma City Thunder used to be the Seattle SuperSonics.
Right.
So we're opening people's eyes just to that fact, let alone all the other steps that went into how we lost our team.
Well, outside of letting people know what happened, which I know for us is important to let people know that, hey, this wasn't about a bad fan base or no history or nobody caring. I think in the end, a lot of people were apathetic because of the way they were treated by Clayton Bennett, and it's hard to support a team that you know was on the way out the door. But let's face it, man, this was a Sonic City, first, second, and third, 40 years of history, so letting people know what happened is a big deal and I think is important to all of us. But what about the next step now? I mean, all right, fine. So people know we got robbed. People know we got jacked. People know the Sonics are in Oklahoma. Well, that doesn't change the fact that the Sonics are in Oklahoma. So what about moving forward now? What do we do, and how can this movie help that cause?
Well, I think that we have two battles going on here. We have a national battle, which is to let the rest of the nation know what happened, because there's still a large part of the country that does not realize what happened, and get the message out that no team is truly safe now in this modern era.
Right.
But we also have a local battle to fight. We have to come together as a city behind people like Steve Ballmer, or people like who are developers who can make the things happen that are necessary on either a privately financed arena level or with public assistance. And so, but by waging those two battles simultaneously and keeping the issue around, as long as we don't give up the issue and let people know that Seattle is an NBA city, we want basketball back, and we won't go away until we get it. And if we send David Stern and the NBA that strong message, then they're just going to have to do something about it eventually if they want us to be silenced.
Well, I mean, I guess that's the question is, do they really want us to be silenced? I mean, so what? So you're on Outside the Lines, so you're trying to humiliate the NBA. Well, the NBA is still functioning, maybe not at the level they want to function at, but how big a deal do you think the grassroots effort really can be in regards to getting a team back?
I really think if we send the strong message to the commissioner and the NBA that we want a team back, that will not hurt the cause. We tried not hurting their feelings and by taking a settlement deal. Oh, we'll allow you to come back. Now it's time to let them know that we want NBA basketball back, and we're willing to do what it takes, at least from a fan and citizen perspective, to bring the Sonics back to Seattle. So by not giving up the fight and continuing to spread the word what happened here, we can make a difference, I feel like.
Well, and let's not forget, I want to just correct you on one thing. We didn't take any settlement. That idiot in the mayor's office took the settlement. All right, you weren't a part of that. He wasn't a part of that. That guy was. I wasn't. Nobody in this room was a part of that. And that's the one part of that documentary that actually just drives me nuts, is watching that press conference that one day, which I don't know if you were there or not.
I watched it live on TV.
Right, and it's a good thing I wasn't there, because I would have been arrested. I mean, I'm watching all these city council people laughing up on stage, blah, 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 like that day was a good day, and I kind of wish I was there to call them out, but I just don't trust these politicians, Jason, as much as you can throw them, and I think any idea about talking to this guy or talking to that guy or going to Olympia or going wherever to get any political support is a waste of freaking time. These people are not basketball fans, they're not sports fans, and they have no idea what they're doing or how to solve this problem. In my opinion, if this is going to happen, it's going to have to be done privately the whole way.
I agree that a private arena solution, perhaps in Bellevue or wherever the money is and the space is to get done, makes the most sense at this point.
Yeah.
And we need to come together behind Steve Ballmer and whatever developers want to get this done and try to make this happen so we can attract an NBA team and an NHL team to this market, because this sports city is lacking something, and it's NBA basketball. And we miss it. The hardcore hoops fans out there miss it. All through the winters, we had nothing this year, and we want to bring that back and restore the Seattle SuperSonics legacy.
So you're not a Husky basketball fan per se. That's not enough for you.
I mean, it's great. It was the
they went to the Sweet 16.
The Sweet 16 was great,
That's
but
right.
I'm talking NBA hoops. I'm talking the
I
best of the best. LeBron James coming to town, watching him boon against him.
See,
all that
for me,
stuff.
the way to do it, because there is, and I'm sure that, look, what I've said over the years and months is, and Jason Reid, by the way, from Sonicsgate is with us, is that I love the passion. I mean, you're crazy. This guy's like ADD times 50 over here. I love the energy and the passion that I'm seeing from this guy. There's just not enough of you, man. I mean, Brian Robinson's great. Stephen Pyatt over at Save Our Sonics is unbelievable. There's just not enough of you guys out there, and I'm sensing a lot of apathy towards the NBA right now. I bring up the NBA in this show when people threaten to turn off the radio. I think the road to go down is the NHL road. Pump up the NHL, sell the NHL to Seattle, get an NHL-ready arena, and then bring the NBA through the back door.
Yeah, I mean, bottom line is, if we build a new arena, it has to be NHL-ready, because we don't know what team is going to return to Seattle first. Is it going to be an NHL team? Is it going to be a basketball team? The bottom line is, this community needs a large arena. I mean, imagine Microsoft could have their conferences there. We could attract big conventions. We could attract all kinds of great concerts and not have to go down to Key Arena or the Tacoma Dome to see these shows that should be at a state-of-the-art arena. It's not just about basketball, and it's about the community and sports and bringing entertainment and people together in one place. And that's an important thing for this community.
The quote we played from Sherman Alexie coming in there has been a big debate for a lot of people, including Sonic fans, about, do you want to do this to somebody else? I mean, really, the animosity that I've got for the people of Oklahoma, who have done nothing to me, but I can't stop hating them, by the way, for the fact that they ripped off my team and Kevin Durant was second in the MVP voting this year, which just kills me. I don't want to do that to somebody else, but I may not have a choice when it's all said and done. The NBA is not going to expand. They're nowhere near ready for expansion right now. So if you want a team, whether it be Sacramento, Memphis, Milwaukee, whatever, are you prepared, Jason, as a basketball fan, to rip off somebody else's team the way our team was ripped off?
Well, I mean, obviously that's the quandary we're all in, but bottom line is, we want NBA basketball back in Seattle. The NBA has set a very dangerous precedent here. They've said that no team is safe, no matter 41 years of history, no matter their connection to the community. And so if that's the rules that we have to play as sports fans now, it's them who set this up and allowed this to happen, and we're going to have to do it. Now, one point to make is, there is a difference between stealing a team that's been there 41 years and, for instance, the Memphis Grizzlies. They have no playoff appearances. They used to be in the Northwest, in Vancouver. Yeah. They moved to Memphis, and so it's
not the
different.
history that we've got.
It's not the rich history, and bottom line is, we need to restore this history in Seattle and get an NBA team. And if that's what it takes, I'd say that it's the NBA's fault for making us sports fans pitted against each other.
All right, Sonicsgate.com, right?
.org.
.org, thank you. Sonicsgate.org, and the movie's online. You can watch it for free.
You can watch the whole movie for free, 2 hours. Sonicsgate.org. There's tons of extra features up on the website. As far into the issues you want to delve and learn, it's up there. So.
Well, we got a couple copies. You want to give away 2 copies right now on DVD?
Yeah, let's give away 2 copies.
We'll give away 2 copies right now. We'll just go first 2 callers at 286-9595. If you want your own copy of Sonicsgate on DVD, and Jason will even sign the damn thing for you. How's that sound?
Yep.
Give us a call right now. We'll get you set up. All right, listen, anything you need. Seriously, anything you need down the road, fighting this fight, getting the word out, whatever. This show is here for you, baby. Just let us know, all right?
Great. Thanks a lot, Softy. Thanks for having me on, and we'll keep up the battle to bring the Sonics back.
No problem. Great to see you, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Get a haircut, by the way. That's Jason Reid from Sonicsgate.org at 12:33. We're going to talk more about the Terrence Jones saga with Evan Daniels from Scout.com next on KJR.
Now, back to Dave Softy Muller from the KJR studios.
Sonicsgate. Jason Reid. What do I call it? Like the creator, the director, the producer? You did it all, right?
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Director, but there was a whole team of us that worked to put the film together to make sure people don't forget that the Sasquatch is gone now, too.
I love it. Well, we're on TV now on Comcast, so people can see what you look like. Well, first of all, great job with the film. It's been out for a while. You and I haven't had a chance to talk about it yet. I thought from an artistic perspective, to a point now where it's being shown all over the country, including New York, where you just got back from, and now the word is that you just won an award. Is that right? Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I got in from New York last night at midnight, and woke up this morning at 6 a.m. to my roommate yelling.
Perspective, you did a really phenomenal job. I actually was pretty floored, to be honest with you, by how good this film was. When somebody said, guy's making a documentary, it's like, whatever, it'll be like, anything you watch in high school or college film class, but it was really well done. So much. I got to ask you, is there like something going on where you're like not cutting your hair until this movie makes like $1 million or something? What's going on here?
I've
the best Squatch impression over here, for God's sake.
I'll just say that it is in memory of Squatch. The film's in memory of Squatch.
Okay.
And I'm just trying to